Hello there and welcome to the Star Wars Showcase YouTube channel. We've got a quick review up today of Dok Ondar, the latest Black Series release that is a Disney Parks and Shop Disney exclusive. Let's get into it. Now, as a special Disney exclusive, Dok Ondar here has some special packaging that is very consistent with the other figures that we've seen released exclusively at Disney Parks. And it's actually really nice. We've got some nice character art on the sides here. You get to see all of the different accessories. And if you actually remove the little piece of tape, there is a flap that opens up. We get a little bit more info and another alternate art piece. Onto the figure itself, once we get him opened up from that plastic-free packaging kind of mummified prison that these figures come in, he is really nice in hand. He has a combination of both soft goods as well as some plastic robes, and so the kind of light grayish robe that you see is all done in a very soft fabric, and then the brown part as well as kind of that blue sash that comes across his chest is made of that molded plastic. He has good articulation, which you might not believe at first glance, as he's got that full reach around the head and the neck. He's got good articulation in those elbows as well as those arms. I mean, for a character like Dok Ondar, you're not going to expect a lot of these really like action-oriented poses, but the articulation is there in both the knees as well as the ankles, which is really great to see. And I think Hasbro in many ways might be making this as just a solid base sculpt, open up the door for, you know, a Cantina Hammerhead figure in the future. So it's definitely awesome seeing them put in the groundwork for this initial release here that I think we're going to see some future use off of. Now, Dok here does have a hood, and the hood doesn't really reach above his kind of massive head. It's more of a kind of fold-back accessory. It looks much better in my mind that way anyways, but did just want to call it out. Okay, basics of the figure aside, let's take a look at some of the awesome accessories that are coming with Dok here. First up, we have a nice little statement piece in the form of a Phase 1 Clone Trooper helmet. And I think this is just a reuse of the existing helmet, although it has been hollowed out, and you could definitely put that on a figure if you wanted. But there's some really nice weathering and detail on this. And if you have Dok up in some kind of diorama or display, to put something like that in the background up on a shelf, I think really kind of solidifies him as kind of this dealer in antiquities or black market stuff. Now, Dok also comes with this really cool Sith Sword, and as you can see, it's got a little bit of an extra detail on the handle there, so I believe it can fit in his hand a little bit better. And I'll turn up the intensity on the lighting here. As you can see, there's some nice detail on this as well, a little bit of kind of a metallic outline on the handle and the hilt there, so definitely some good detail being added on this. I think my favorite accessories here are going to be these holocrons. I believe this blue holocron here is a redo of the green one that came in the Black Series Cal Kestis set, but we also get a Sith holocron as well. So really cool to see some of the extra details being added here. These holocrons are, of course, souvenirs that everyone likes to pick up at Galaxy's Edge as they sell these individually, but it's really cool to kind of see these come together in this set, and I think definitely adds a lot of just cool depth to this figure, as well as giving you extra accessories that you can add with your different Jedi Masters or your Sith Lords. And here's another shot of Dok just kind of displaying the sword. Again, he's not really this more tactical, action-oriented figure, but for who he is and what he does, I think we have a really fantastic figure. The holocrons fit really nicely in his hands. I think they've been molded in such a way to really fit, the ability to display things like this. So they fit in very naturally. There's not like a firm grip in there, but if he's just standing stationary in the background, you could definitely slip some kind of smaller accessory like that, and it will fit in those hands quite nicely. Now, the one big call out and kind of caveat for this set that I do want to address is the price, as Dok has a price tag of $50. It definitely feels like he is getting a deluxe figure price bump, as well as kind of like a Disney park souvenir price bump. And so that's pretty steep for a single figure with a couple of accessories. I know that's, kind of a pain point for a lot of people, and I think if you're interested in this figure, that's something that you kind of have to question for yourself, is it going to be worth it for me to pay, nearly twice as much for this one figure? I'm the kind of sucker who's going to pay $50 for this. It would definitely be something that I would pick up during a trip to Galaxy's Edge, but I think that's a bit of a personal determination where, he is a little bit more of a niche figure. He's not, one of your mainline heroes or anything like that. So, just ask yourself if you think you're going to get the value in having kind of this more background display diorama figure, or if you prefer to spend that money elsewhere. That all said, let me know your thoughts on Dok Ondar here, if this is going to be a figure that you're picking up, or, maybe if this is one that you're going to pass on. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out some of the other content on the channel. We've got other reviews of action figures, as well as some tips and tricks on making action figures of your own. So, check them out.